In the fall of 2008, I was a sophomore in college doing homework in my sorority house when my mom called. She told me that she had been laid off after more than 25 years of working with her corporation as a result of the Great Recession. Her and my dad had to make a tough financial decision to stop helping me pay for college so that they could meet their own financial needs. It was up to me to figure out how to afford college tuition, my living expenses, and how to have a fun college experience. To be honest, I was devastated. You see, as a first-generation college student, I felt enormous pressure to not only make excellent grades, but to figure out how to finance my remaining college years. So I did what other college students do. I took out student loans. What I couldn't cover with student loans, I made up for with a part-time job as a food server at Chili's, sweeping tortilla chips off the floor and smelling like a permanent fajita. When all I really wanted to do was chug beers at Saturday's football game. I was financially overwhelmed and lacked financial confidence. I'm curious, how many of you have lacked financial confidence at some point in your life? Well, fast forward 4 years later to 2012, I was freshly graduated and officially received the notification from the Department of Education, our federal government, saying that I owed $35,000 in student loan debt, and I was making just $10 an hour at my very first job at an ad agency. I can remember the day so clearly. It was an icy January evening. I was driving home after a late night in the office, and I was stopped at a red light. When all of a sudden, bang! I felt my car hit hard from behind. I got out, looked around, and saw that my bumper was in shreds. Now, thankfully, nobody was injured except I had serious whiplash. But my poor 2002 Ford Escort ZX2, the car I'd been driving since high school, basically it's a go-kart with doors, was totaled. By this point, my financial confidence had plummeted. How was I ever going to achieve that dream life that I'd always envisioned? Living in a high-rise apartment, urban city, driving a new car. What was I going to do with my current car? And oh, by the way, the looming student loan debt. Why did it feel like money was constantly holding me back? What I know as a personal finance educator is that financial confidence has less to do with the amount of money you make and more to do with the stories you've told yourself about money. So what stories was I telling myself about money? At the time of the accident, I was telling myself 3 things. Debt will always be a way of life. I have to work really hard for money. And money will constantly hold me back. Once I could name these limiting money beliefs, I could reset them. I said aloud the opposite of these limiting money beliefs and took a baby step into a new way of thinking and ultimately behaving by using phrases such as, I am allowing, I am beginning, and I am becoming. Debt will always be a way of life became, I am allowing myself to envision a permanent debt-free life. I have to work really hard for money became, I'm beginning to see that I can work with less effort and make more money. And money will constantly hold me back became, I'm becoming a money magnet, and money frees me up to live a life I love. Understanding and addressing the stories you've told yourself about money is the first step to financial confidence. What stories have you been telling yourself about money? What stories may have been passed on to you that you've subconsciously adopted as your own? Let's go back to the scene of the car accident. I had 2 choices. 1, accept the cash payout from the car insurance company with a salvage title, or 2, finance a new car and take out a loan and add to the existing debt. asked myself a tough question that day. What do I care more about? Envisioning and really achieving that permanent debt-free life, not owing anyone anything, or caring more about the image with the car I drive? The answer became really clear to me that day, and I learned something new about myself. That I was willing to sacrifice my outward appearance in pursuit of financial confidence. What stories have you been telling yourself about money that's been holding you back? And more importantly, are you ready to rewrite them so that you can step into your own version of a financially confident life?